Good morning, students. Now we'll take one application-oriented example of differential equation to LCR circuits. This is a most interesting and important example. If you see, many times this example has appeared in question paper, and this is most important concept in electrical engineering. What is the example? The current I and the charge Q in a series circuit containing an inductance L, capacitance C, electromotive force E satisfy the equation, that is differential equation L di by dt plus Q by C is equal to E, where I is a dQ by dt. Express Q and I in terms of T. Given that L, C, E, that is inductance, capacitance and electromotive force are constants. They are fixed constants, and the value of I and Q are both 0 initially. The value of I and Q, I is a current, Q is a charge in a circuit. Initially their value becomes 0. So this we need to calculate. For this, what to do? First we'll use something is given. I is nothing but dQ by dt. We'll use this in a given equation. Then the given equation becomes L di by dt plus I is nothing but dQ by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. Then this equation becomes L into d by dt of dQ by dt is nothing but it becomes second order now. So it is d square Q by dt square plus Q by C is equal to E. Okay. Now we do one thing. Let us divide this whole equation by L, throughout the equation by L. Then it becomes d square Q by dt square plus Q by L into C plus is equal to E by L. Okay. Again, this example is little bit lengthy, we feel. So let us substitute some of the terms for our convenience. That is, 1 divided by LC will take it as lambda square, and E by L we are going to substitute it as mu. This is for our convenience. Then this whole equation becomes d square Q by dt square plus 1 by L into C is going to be taken as lambda square into Q is equal to E by L is going to be taken as mu. So this is the given differential equation now. If this is the given differential equation, then what will be its real part? Real part in the sense how it looks like in routine. It looks like d square plus lambda square of Q is equal to mu. One thing we need to keep it in mind, where Q is a function in this example, because Q is a function where T is going to be a variable. Then this is the example. What this example, is it homogeneous? It is non-homogeneous? What it is? So if you see this example, this is something non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, it is non-homogeneous differential equation which has to be solved. Why it is non-homogeneous? What is the value of mu? Mu is nothing but E by L. But E and L are constants. You can see E and L are constants. E is electromotive force, where L is inductance. They are constants. So this is not like a d square plus lambda square of Q is equal to 0, which is homogeneous. No, it is non-homogeneous. Means d square plus lambda square of Q is equal to some constant. Okay, so it is non-homogeneous. So where complementary function and particular integral both are required. So initially let us start with auxiliary equation. How it can be written? It is nothing but m square plus lambda square equal to 0. Therefore, m is equal to plus or minus I lambda. So these are the root. Then what will be the complementary function? I'll take it as QC because Q is a function. Therefore, it becomes C1 into cos lambda t plus C2 into sin lambda t. Then we need particular integral. What is particular integral for this? We are going to calculate particular integral, that is QP. That is nothing but pi of x divided by f of d. What is pi of x here? This is nothing but pi of x. Okay. Therefore, mu divided by f of d. What is f of d? D square plus lambda square. But how do you write this mu? Whether this is an in line with exponential, trigonometric or polynomial. Okay, so this is a constant. Just recall, in exponential we discussed if the constant comes, that can be kept in line with an exponential, like mu into e raised to 0 times t divided by d square plus lambda square. Okay, so this is a constant that can be multiplied by an exponential with a 0 power. Therefore, it is an exponential now. So, d is going to be replaced by a, that a is equal to 0. Then QP will be equal to mu is constant. Keep it out. Then e raised to 0 times t divided by d square. D is going to be replaced by a, that is equal to 0. So, this is 0 plus lambda square. Therefore, e raised to 0t is nothing but 1 again. So it becomes mu into e raised to 0 times t divided by lambda square. That is nothing but mu by lambda square, which is QP. Okay. Therefore, we got complementary function as well as particular integral. Therefore, Q will be equal to QC plus QP. Therefore, Q with the variable t is equal to QC. What is QC? QC is C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t plus mu divided by lambda square. I call it as equation number 1. Then in this example, we need to calculate I and Q. But we know that I is nothing but dq by dt. So we got qt. But even we need its derivative because we need I. We know that I is nothing but dq by dt. Therefore, we need its derivative. So differentiate equation number 1 with respect to t. Then we get q dash t. Okay, q dash t. That is equal to, differentiate this. C1 common, differentiation of this is minus lambda sin lambda t plus lambda into C2, differentiation of sin becomes cos, plus differentiation of this becomes 0. Okay, therefore q dash of t, which is nothing but dq by dt, which is nothing but I. We will take it at end. Right now, let us take this only. Then it becomes minus lambda into C1 sin lambda t plus lambda into C2 cos lambda t. We call it as equation number 2. We got equation number 1 and equation number 2. So let us use the initial conditions in equation number 1 and 2. What are those initial conditions given? Here the initial conditions given are I and Q. Again the question comes, what is I? What is I? Okay. Again we say I and Q. So I and Q are 0 initially. Means what? I is equal to 0. Q is equal to 0. Initially means t is equal to 0. Now how these things will be connected to equation number 1 and 2. In equation number 1, q is there, t is there. Okay, we'll take q is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, no problem. But in equation number 1, q dash is there. So therefore q dash is nothing but dq by dt, which is nothing but I. Okay, therefore overall what we have now, we have q is equal to 0 and q dash, which is nothing but I, that is also equal to 0 at the rate of t is equal to 0. Now put it in equation number 1 and 2. Then equation number 1 becomes q is 0. So 0 is equal to C1 into cos 0 because t is 0 plus C2 into sin 0 because this is 0 into mu by lambda square. Therefore 0 is equal to C1 plus mu by lambda square. Therefore C1 is equal to minus mu by lambda square. So we got a value of C1. Okay. Similarly, equation number 2 becomes, what is equation number 2 now? Equation number 2 says q dash t, q dash is equal to I, that is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to minus lambda C1 into sin 0 plus lambda into C2 into cos 0. That is equal to 0 equal to, you can see sin 0 is 0 plus lambda into C2 cos 0 is 1. Therefore lambda C2 is equal to 0. Therefore C2 is equal to, send it to the other end, it becomes 0. Therefore we got two results. One is, we got two results. One, C1 is equal to minus mu by lambda square and C2 is equal to 0. So substitute these results in equation number 1 and 2 both. Why both? Because here we need to calculate what? We need to calculate the value of q and I in terms of t. We need to calculate both. Therefore equation number 1 will be q of t, that is equal to, what is q of t? C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t plus mu by lambda square. So substitute C1 and C2 value in this. Then it becomes, this equation number 1 becomes C1 is equal to minus mu by lambda square into cos lambda t plus C2 is 0. So 0 into anything will be 0 plus mu by lambda square, or else q of t is equal to, we can see here q of t is equal to, this is minus mu by lambda square plus mu by lambda square into cos lambda t plus this. So that is equal to, q of t is equal to mu by lambda square minus mu by this, or else if you take common term then q of t is equal to mu by lambda square. If you take common then it becomes 1 minus cos lambda t. Okay, so this is the result. Fine. But again we know that where mu is nothing but, in the beginning we took substitutions where mu is nothing but E by L and lambda square is 1 by LC. So as per that, mu is equal to what? The given, already we took that substitution. Mu is equal to E by L and lambda square is equal to 1 by LC. So lambda is equal to 1 divided by root LC. If we substitute these values, then q of t is equal to finally Q of t becomes mu by lambda square. Mu is nothing but E by L divided by lambda square is nothing but L. Lambda square is nothing but 1 divided by LC into 1 minus cos lambda t. So simplify this. Here it will get cancelled, then the c go to the numerator, then it becomes EC into 1 minus cos lambda t. Therefore Q of t is equal to EC into 1 minus cos lambda t. So this is the value of Qt. Then similarly I is nothing but Q dash. So that is I is equal to I of t will be equal to, that is nothing but Q dash of t, that is equal to what? If you calculate same thing, then it becomes E into, because equation number 2, what is equation number 2? Equation number 2 is this is equal to this much. If you substitute all these values, C1 and C2 value, we will be getting E into root of C by L into sine of root of 1 by LC into T. Substitute the value of C1 and C2. Then this is the value of I of t. So we got Q of t and I of t, means we got the value of Q and I for this example. Thank you.